everyone, my name's Sarah Roberts, and this is my intro video and my response to some of the questions regarding STEM. So, professionally wise, I am a 7th and 8th grade math teacher within the Norristown School District. I teach at Eisenhower Middle School. This is my 5th year actually teaching there, but this is my first year teaching all math. Prior to that, I did teach math and social studies for 7th and 8th grade, so very crazy. And that actually is hand in hand with my undergrad. I received math and social studies from Holy Family a while back, 2015. And this is my first year at Millersville. I'm working towards my master's in STEM. On the personal side, I am a coach. I coach high school cheer at Abington High School, which is a local school to me. I also work with a youth program within Upper Dublin Township. I'm excited to say I'm going to be a first-time mom this June. I'm very excited, very nervous, all the feels. A fun, interesting fact that a lot of people don't know is I used to be a cake decorator throughout college. That's my job. I worked at a local bakery and a giant food store, and I worked on all different kinds of cakes and desserts. I've made birthday cakes, wedding cakes, all that good stuff. So some real interesting. And finally, I love to travel. I've been fortunate enough to be able to go to Europe 3 different times, and I visited, I think, so far almost 15 plus countries. And these are just some pictures of our past visit. Me and my husband, we were able to go to Iceland and Switzerland, and we've been to a handful of others. So love it. Hoping to go back sometime soon. As for STEM, after reading Vasquez's definition, a lot of it I did agree with, especially the part that integrates all 4 pillars of STEM into the real world. I do agree with that. I think that's a big part. I also believe that it should be a seamless connection, that all 4 should go hand in hand without having to separate them. I also do believe my definition of STEM is that it increases problem solving, critical thinking, and communication, all skills that will help our students both in and outside of the classroom. Personally, using STEM in the classroom, I'm not going to lie, I try, but I don't think I've been as successful as I would like to be. So thinking of one of the examples that I've used in the classroom is a Barbie bungee jump. I originally started this as a scatter plot activity just to see if there's a relationship between the type of bungee material and how far Barbie drops. And in my early years, I used to just provide everything and I would just have the students work in groups and do it. But as the years have gone on, I've seen them get involved in it. I've actually, started to integrate some STEM mechanics into it. So it's after working on scatter plots, so they have an idea. It works with graphing, measurement. It also works, which I didn't put there, with two-way tables, data displays, because they have to record for each trial that they do how far she goes and all that stuff. As for engineering, I now let the students create the bungee cord for the doll. I give them some starting tools. I give them rope, string, rubber bands, thread, all different things, but I let them get creative if they can think of something else that will allow her to jump. And then finally, as the science portion, it's experiment, trial and error. I don't tell them what I'm looking for. I just want them to practice and get creative. Sometimes I do make it a little bit competitive. I say, the one that has the smallest jump or the biggest jump when we compare wins. But obviously, I not have anything for technology. I know that is, for me, my biggest weakness. We're a one-on-one school, so I would like to integrate technology more. But as they were saying in the videos and even the reading, technology outside of just a computer is what I'm hoping to learn more about. Looking at this activity, I highlighted what I thought I used from the STEM. And on the side, I kind of explained how it relates to the table. But some of the big things, asking the question, how does the type of bungee cord affect the drop height of Barbie? So that's something I do give them. But then again, I let them work in groups and kind of figure out how the different elasticity, the different heights and all that affects how far Barbie drops. Another big thing I like to do, it's more with my math, construct viable arguments. Once we're done, I want the students to be able to discuss with other groups and see why maybe theirs was the best, where they can make improvements, but not just because they think theirs is the best, but to use their data, what they have, to prove that they are correct. So again, technology, I don't think I integrated that much. Maybe I'm missing something. So I would love to revamp this and add some technology components to it moving into the future. Students love it, so I'd like to keep it up. Why is STEM important? I mean, outside of school, we all use STEM at some point in our everyday lives, even if it's just simple, basic skills, but they all kind of go together. So in school, obviously, we're all taught just math, just science, as I talked about in one of the YouTube videos. But I want to integrate them all together so students don't really notice the difference. But it also does work with brain development and having students work on problem-solving skills, which again is something that will help them outside of school, outside of being in the classroom. And as Neil deGrasse Tyson said, STEM is the future, okay? If you're not in that field, you're only hurting yourself. Not saying we don't need trade jobs and all the traditional jobs, but if you have the opportunity to work in a STEM field, you are moving in the right direction and you are going to be successful. And with that, it's just going to help grow the economy. And finally, my goals for this course is to learn and improve. So when I was in my undergrad, we heard about STEM, but we did not actually talk about it. We didn't work with it. It's only been in recent years I've been hearing more about it. So I want to make sure that I am integrating STEM in my classrooms as much as possible. And as well in our district, we have just started an initiative, a grant we received for STEM education. So I'm hoping as they start to roll that out that I'm able to, be a tool for my students and peers and hopefully make it as flawless as possible and start off on a good foot and get the students hooked and intrigued in STEM. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope I learn a lot.